There's a line in your headline, and I like that. Balancing instant results with long-term value in marketing strategies. So let's talk a little bit about that, because usually working, especially in your position, I guess on one side you have the short-term goals and short-term wins that you need to get, but on the other hand, you know that you need to build a brand long-term. You need to build awareness and something that will, kind of build the foundation for the future growth, not only for now. So let's talk about balancing these two.
Yeah, I would say it's one of the most challenging things in marketing because, uh, as you say, you've always got targets, and often you'll have a sales team or a CRO. They're targeted monthly or quarterly. So marketing instantly aligned to those targets. But what you need to do is create the vision of, look, if we invest in the brand, if we start to build up our presence, longer term things become easier for us. They become more efficient. We're reaching the right people quicker. And the way I've presented it is always like, we'll focus on the short term initially. We'll get this super efficient. And when we know that the bottom of the funnel is working well, like we're bringing in the right profile person, that then allows us to almost borrow money, from the short term and start funding the long term. And for me, I look at marketing overall. As long as marketing, like all marketing spend, is efficient, I'm not too worried if I'm like overspending here and underspending on long term. As long as I look efficient. So once I get the efficiency sorted, then it allows me to just keep like starting these tests long term. Again, like bringing in partners, doing events, longer term podcast plays, things like that. We allocate a little bit of money to run these tests. We'll run them for like 6 months, see if it impacted our bottom line at all, or if we increased our awareness and bits like that. And as long as we start seeing the leading indicators that it's moving in the right way, then we'll start funding it more and more and more. I think the mistake people make is they either focus entirely on the short term and forget about the long term, or they over index on the long term and they kind of go, oh, let's go and put a load of sponsored adverts around London, and it costs you a couple of million and drives nothing. So it's definitely a balancing act.